What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of DNW. I'm your gamer and commentator, Patrick Griffin, and today we are playing Banjo-Tooie, the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, still on the 64. Basically, what I was going to show you here is Grunty gets set free because she's still under that boulder we put her under, and she gets set free by her sisters. You want to read this too. So it's the year 2000 because the first one came out in 98. We're just going to skip that though. So it was Banjo-Kazooie, then DK64, and then now Banjo-Tooie. Bottles here is dead. He got zapped by this machine that apparently just takes your life force. But like I was saying, Gruntilda's sisters came and busted her out and dug a hole right here in this wall that Klungo here, her Igor-esque minion, is going to run into. But that hole right there is going to lead to a whole nother, like, world area. Very similar to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, if you ever played those, where Majora's Mask is a sequel, and it's basically in the same area, but it's like a kind of just a little different section, different offside section. So that guy coming up and describing what things are, that's Jam Jars, that's Bottles is his cousin? He's gonna be the one teaching us new moves and shit now. Inside Grunty's lair, which is still through that mouth, everything's all kind of bouldered up except Cheeto here. Once I get 5 pages, I can go talk to him. He gives me a cheat, just like the other game. And he will, just like the other game, double my feathers, double my eggs, double my fun, you know, all that same bullshit. We're going to be following Klungo in to this other side of the world. Every 5 Cheeto pages, if I didn't already say it, but that's what he was saying. Drinking rules are coming up. I'll explain them whenever they come around to it. It's not going to be a speed run again, mainly because these levels take a little bit longer. Plus, just once is good. I did okay. I actually only drank 35, which means I was only about probably 30 minutes over my best record, I guess. About 30 minutes over. Which isn't bad at all. It's just the invisible. It's the multiple. At least it's first. He has a blue, green, and red potion he drinks. One makes him invisible, one makes him gigantic, and one splits him into pieces like this. And this one's probably the toughest one, so I'm glad we do it first. It's all random on which ones come out, which ones you fight. Nope, this one. Oh, it was that one. Yeah, like I said, this one's kind of the most pain in the ass. You only have to hit him 3 times, though. Just hucking potions like a jackass. How many of those does he have? The answer is infinite, because he throws more the second 2 times you fight him. Your life is still honeycombs. You still have some of the same moves, obviously, like this, Kazooie legs, ground pounds. Pretty much everything you learned from the first one, you still have, which is cool. Banjo-Tooie's a nice, solid sequel, and the fact that it keeps kind of the same basic principle concept, but it adds a few things. which I'm always okay with. Wait till this turns gold. I don't use too many of them, but it's nice to have them. So we're in Jinjo Village, which apparently is where all the Jinjos live, and there's more than just the 5 colors now. There's 9 different colors. And we will still be collecting those throughout the levels. But we're going to go see King Jingaling. He gives us a Jiggy to start on our adventure, which will help us get into the first level, and then it's very similar to the first one. Just keep entering levels, keep learning new stuff, and you work your way up to the witch. He told us there's a secret path through Bottles' house, which is where we're going. So this is the tower we're going to be getting up to fight Grunty. She has this giant death ray, and she just shot the shit out of Jingling's castle now, so if you go in there, he's like all zombified. But we're going to save him too, just like we're going to save Bottles. But we're going to go into his house, and I'm going to get some more gold feathers. So Bottles' kids. Apparently Banjo already knows his name. But what he just gave me is when I zoom into my first person, I can zoom in and zoom out like a sniper, which is going to be useful because I can use eggs later. I'm going to be able to have like a crosshair to shoot eggs. So through his house, that's the only thing you need there. You can talk to his wife and other kid if you want. So this temple here is where I'm going to be opening all the levels. Making portals, kind of like the cauldrons in the first one, but a lot easier. And now this one you can jump and fly in the same jump, which is always great. So the Jinjos are all random in this game. 5 in each level, some of them out in this main hub area. 9 different colors. Once you complete a color, once you've rescued them all in one color set, then they give you a Jiggy. So 9 Jinjos, 9 Jiggies. Which they call them, I think they call them family heirloom. Which, if all their families have the same heirloom, that's not very original. That's the doorman. He says we may enter because we have 1 Jiggy, which is all Jiggy Wiggy needs. I do wish to prove myself worthy. So this is how you're going to open levels. He's going to take a puzzle, remove some pieces, you just got to put them back in. A to grab, A to put in. Obviously more puzzles you do, more pieces are missing. You don't need to turn the pieces around. But I will drink every time I hear this noise. Which means I put a piece in a wrong spot, which is one of my drinking rules, which I will count that as 1 right now. But every time I do open a new level every time you hear that buzz sound by putting a piece in the wrong spot. Every buzz sound, I will take a drink. Which later on, each puzzle slowly starts losing more pieces. You got to add more into it until the last couple, or the last one, I think, is all, every piece is out. So you got to put them all in. Which, as the screen moves, sometimes gets a little difficult to figure out where the fuck they go. The door entrance is marked with that statue there, that golden statue of a Jiggy. With his power is gonna break open the door or slowly raise it up. And we're gonna enter level 1 right off the bat. There are 8 levels instead of just 9. But there's more to collect, so they will be longer. I'll probably do, each part will probably be a level. And then the last battle with the witch, so 9 parts is what I'm guesstimating. But we will see. I'm already a little over 10. And I think this takes me about 30 minutes. So, yeah. That'll be about right. The levels are so big that there are warp pads in the level to warp within the level as well. Which is very important. Music notes are in little batches of 5 now instead of single ones. Which is nice. Not 100. You only have to actually get 18, and then there's a clef note, treble clef note. That's worth 20. So instead of molehills, it's this like silo here. This army silo, because he's like a drill sergeant. And he will teach you a move. Now he just taught me that A game, like I was saying, so now I have crosshairs if I go into my scope and I can shoot stuff. So now I can warp back to the beginning if I want. Some warp pads are like inside buildings, that way you can warp to places a little bit easier, which you'll see in this level right off the bat. I went into Mumbo's skull. He upgraded, now he has 2 floors for some reason. I don't know why, but he has 2 floors. But we're going to jump in and use him right off the bat because he does not change you into stuff anymore. Now you use this Globo that I picked up, that was underneath him. Gives him magical power, and then you actually turn into him. And now you can use him. And throughout the worlds, there are little mumbo pads that you do your magic on. And that is what I'm going to do. Every level you use him, and whatever magic he does. Each level is a different type of magic, but some levels have more than 1 pad. Come around here and grab this treble clef right here, that's 20. That should give me 100 even. Good to go. I'm just gonna fall off like that. Come over here. Like I said, every level he does something different. But in this one, he's gonna make this statue come to life, and then I'm gonna be able to use this statue to walk around. And I'm gonna use him to break some shit up. Weird looking bear-esque statue. There's a Jinjo up there on that bridge. We'll be getting him. So he can kick. They're gonna kick a hole in that door. double back here for the real reason why you want to use him. And it's not this boulder, but we're going to kick it because I can. Next level, you learn kind of a ground pound drill move to break rocks that big. But because I'm the statue, I'll just do it anyway with the statue because it's easier. But if you didn't do it, you can use that ground pound move to do it. 2 ways to go. You want to go to the left, because he's the only one tall enough to grab that Jiggy. Walk over here and kick this door in. And then we're going to kick this guy, which doesn't matter because he comes back. Oh, thought I could make it to him. So I ran out of time. So now I return back to the statue. If you can't do it all in one go, that's fine. You can use his spell again and do it again. So, I mean, as many times as you want. So there's no crazy rush. But we're going to run back up to the top, and we're going to turn back into Banjo. Sit back on his chair, and it turns you back into control of Banjo. There are 3 moves to learn in this level, and there is a move to learn in every level. At least one. Look at this Spartan guy. That piece of life had an exclamation point. There's also ones with question marks. It's like a way to fill your life all the way up if you're about to die. Even if you only grab 1 piece of health, you can fill it up. Theoretically. If I grab 1, I'll show you. I really don't care to because they're a pain in the ass. But if I do grab 1, I'll obviously show you what it does. There's a Jinjo in that little pond, and we're going to go grab a second Jinjo right now. Not only do you know how to fly, still, but you know how to charge like that. And in this one, I let go, but in this one, you can hold B and dash for a very long time. You can hold it and dash as long as you want. Kinda like that. That's, let's not hit the ground. I think I did a little bit, but it's okay. He's gonna move. Oh, it's gonna go right above him apparently. The third move. So the second one, I learned how to hold Kazooie like a gun, which is only in certain parts of levels. I don't choose to do it. But this one I learned how to grab onto ledges, which is horribly important in this game. So you're gonna want to learn that one, or you're gonna have a bad time. Alright. So if you have watched Tony Hawk Pro Skater or my Super Mario Sunshine video, you would know that this game is the 3rd and final game that I actually use cheats on. Now I'm going to use Cheetos codes as I get them. So I'm not going to show you those. I'm only going to put in 1 right now. And how you do it, on all cheats you type in Cheeto's name first, always. And then you type in your cheat. Now I think the ones that Cheeto gives you, you have to type in backwards. Why? I don't know, because they're a-holes and they want to see if you know how to spell. All the cheats that aren't in the game, but they're obviously programmed in here to have, you can type in forward. I just typed in Super Banjo, which gives me speed. And that's all I need, that's all I want. Like the other games, I can beat this normal. That's not the problem. I just like having speed to get through it a little bit quicker, because sometimes he moves a little too slow for me. So my second drinking rule is going to be, every time I do something that is not normally allowed in the game, and or something that I shouldn't be able to do yet, but I did it because I can go fast. Kind of like that, except not that. I will drink D6 when I do something that's not normally able to be done at that point in the game. So for this one specific, that jump to get that, I technically can grab it right now anyway. All you do is walk very, very slow so you don't break the bramble and cause any cracks. If you break any twigs, then the snake wakes up and eats the jiggy before you can get to it. So I technically could grab that now, so that wasn't a problem. I just am fast enough to jump over and grab it. But there are certain things in here, and I'll explain it as I do each one for sure, but there are certain things in here that I am not able to do yet, and I can still do it because I can move fast. And throughout the entire game, I will drink D6 when I do it. And I think, if I've counted correctly, I think there are 16, at least 16 different spots I can think of that I use this cheat when I shouldn't be able to. So 16 D6s await me, at least. So he lost his gold. It's like a gold relic head thing. Oh, can't jump up that one. This one. And we're gonna go get it. That is a honeycomb piece. It's no longer 6 of them. That makes your life bigger. It's 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9. 3 in every level. And then 1 outside of the area, which is equal to 25, which is your 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Same with the Cheeto pages. There are 3 in every level, and then there's 1 out in the world, which I just grabbed, which will make it 25 as well. But that's 5 different Cheeto codes. 5 Cheeto pages each. Which I'll probably go see Cheeto after the 3rd level, because I'll have enough pages to get 2 cheats, which is the only 2 I really like using. And then once I grab the rest of them, closer to the end of the game, I'll go return them all for you guys and see what they are, because honestly I can't remember some of them, because I don't use them. So now we're technically in the 5th level. This guy stole it. Do the same thing we just did with the snake. You can just walk very slowly over that bramble stuff, but I decided to jump because I have speed. Kind of a gray area when it comes to D6s. I'll never deny a D6, but between the technical concept of using it to do something faster or using it when you shouldn't be able to, or is what I'm kind of gray area in here. So he found his relic. Unga Bunga. Level 5's like a prehistoric level. Pterodactyl land, which is pretty good. But there's no need. You can't get anywhere into the level except for this little section. So, obviously I can't show you it. Jiggy's up here. You thankfully don't do a little grab and dance and bullshit, because that would drive me nuts. Still 100 jiggies though. Get around him. Go up in this temple. But before you go in it, you want to go around it. Grab that. So this is what it looks like, holding like a gun, FPS style, GoldenEye style. I gotta go in here and collect relics that look like this Target Sans head. Kind of jade, turquoise, don't even know what you'd call it. 10 of them open up his secret chamber, and then 20 open up his really secret chamber. This was not where I thought it was going to be. Is there a fifth one? Yeah. So there's a Jinjo in here. Secret doors like this, you hit A, and they'll open up. Oh! So the first time you finish off a house, it'll show you what happens when you finish off a house, which, same thing as the black one, it'll show you where it's at, but I'm going to get a jigsaw piece for it. Future ones, it just, the Jinjo will pop up and say, hey, you rescued our whole family, here's a puzzle piece. The Jinjos are random where they're at in the game, but the colors are all the same in the sense of there's only one white and there's 9 black, and all the other colors, same concept. There's the certain amount there are is how much there is all the time. It just depends on where they show up. Oh, thought I killed him. Should be up here. I'm gonna get hit. Yep. I'm gonna get hit twice. You can sneak, just go up, let him look at you, and then kind of turn your camera and you should be fine. But this is also a secret door. Z shoots in this form. You'll also learn like a jab, almost like you have a bayonet. I think it's actually called beak bayonet, now that I think about it. And that's 20. So I go into the right door first, open up both of them, go in the right door. Whatever one you go in first gets you this jiggy here, but you don't have to fight any bosses. Now the second one, there's going to be a boss fight. There's a boss fight in every level, but what I like to do is come up here, grab these eggs, which gives you 60 seconds of unlimited golden egg shooting, which if you don't move fast, you're gonna not end up doing it all, using them all, but I can usually beat the boss before the time runs out, and you don't waste any of your blue eggs, which is nice. He's definitely more of a badass fight than some of the other levels. But they're all relatively time consuming. So I strafe and turn the opposite direction it spins. That way, once you hit about 5 targets, the bottom part breaks and he shoots out his minions. Because he went that way the first time, now he's going to go this way. 4 of them, I lied. It sounds like 4. Maybe it is 5. Once you kill all the minions, then he starts spinning again. And all you're doing is just breaking down the totem pole until he's fully gone. You do shoot that fast with these infinite eggs. That's not just my speed. You should be able to shoot that fast anyway. Just in time. Now if you can get behind one of these little pillars here before he explodes, he won't hit you with darts. He'll shoot out darts when he explodes. A little self-destruct action. But just like that. Obviously it might take you a little more time. If you know what you're doing, it goes pretty quick, but if you're not sure, just, you know, do what I did, but probably a little bit slower. Now you have to leave, so a big part of this game, which is sometimes a pain, is actually knowing where everything is, so you know how to get out of the damn temple. There's 2 more areas that are like this in the game, and kind of mazes like that. And if you don't have them memorized, you could get lost. And the third one you go into, I still sometimes get a little turned around. This cow is getting bothered by these flies, so just aim and shoot. This is that aim you learned. Eggs are in batches of 20 as well. They're not single digits. Same with feathers are in 20s, and then the gold ones I think were in 2s. But a lot better than collecting individual ones. So we're going to go into this wall here that we kicked in. There's a prisoner here in this gate, and we're going to let her out. Now there is a pattern. It's not always the same pattern, so I had to kind of give it a few shots. If it doesn't work, then I'll do it the way it's supposed to be done. Sometimes they double up on a switch, but doesn't look like I got it, so that's alright. Sometimes I do get it. That's not just me going crazy. I will sometimes guess the code right, which is nice because then it's less time I gotta take actually having to figure out what the code is originally. So this is going to be a D6 for me. Here's a Cheeto page. Now what I'm not supposed to be able to do is this. So we're going to D6 that. How you really do it is that drill move I was telling you about. Drill that thing, go underneath, roll into each statue, and it kind of vibrates the jiggy down one step until it's at the lowest step. And then you just grab it from the lowest step. But for now, we're going to add 3 to my total. Puts me at 4 so far with the intentional 1 drink I gave myself on opening this level. Stuff like that, if that makes sense to you. Like I said, I'm definitely not trying to get out of D6s, as clear from Lego HP 5 through 7, but you know, it's just how it works. It's how I do it, my show. So if you jump into this, you get eaten and spat out. You always get spat out and land right here. But you get eaten by a giant, like Venus flytrap looking fucker. which is not cool. So you use those boots to get across it, which is what I did, but getting back is a little bit faster, just getting eaten. So up here, and I never visited it when I was here before, but this is Humba Wumba, stuck on the wall. Humba Wumba. So she also takes a Globo, which is a magical being, I guess, that causes the ability to turn. And she's the one who's going to turn me into a creature in every single level. And in this one, I turn into what they call a stony. I don't know really what it's, just like a little, I don't know if I'm made of stone or I'm like a little weasel-ish thing, kind of like a bare face. Anyway, stonies, like all the other ones too, can attack, which is always helpful. In the first one, in Banjo-Kazooie, there wasn't too much attacking going on. It was just used to grab some stuff. At the very beginning of the level, there's a little hole here. You can go and grab the third honeycomb piece, which is fine because you kind of have to walk your way up here anyway, or vibrate. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This might be because might be because I have speed on, but he definitely runs weird. Where I grabbed the Jinjo on top of the building, where I flew over and grabbed him. In here is where they have this kind of kickball tournament. And I disguise myself as a stony to get in. There's a warp pad here. I can talk to these statue things. They're all over the level. Which the one near the prison is going to tell me the code to open the prison. So I will be doing that after this. But there's 3 quarters. By quarters I mean 3 rounds. I just gotta grab balls and put them in my goal. And whoever gets the most points wins. Yellow's worth 2. And I think I missed that one. Yep, missed it real fucking good. Now this also doesn't count as D6. I do move faster than normal, which is nice, but you can still come in and play this at any time. This Banjo's not going to move as fast as I can move. And we need to stop Red from grabbing shit. Yeah. Now you can dive. I don't really dive, but you can dive into them and kind of push them. And they can kind of jump into you too. Oh, you fucker. I thought I had it. Yellow didn't get shit. So the highest score moves on. That was the quarterfinal. Now semifinal, and then the final. Now, you still play against a yellow, blue, and red guy, so I really don't know if it's just the same 4 people or if they have their own team and you're just a team of 1. I do feel like taking my backpack in is kind of cheating. So red minuses points, which in this first one is kind of useless. There's not too much. It's a lot of wasted time. Unless I can't get a yellow. But it's a lot of wasted time. Oh, I stole it. Good. I'm trying to get red to minus people's shit. That's kind of if I just happen to come across it. They don't go for the reds, I guess, unless it, pops up in front of them. I'm still good. Now the finals. then too. So this bomb kind of stops them. Oh, I missed them real good. But it explodes and kind of paralyzes you for a second, which is useful if they're getting a little bit too out of hand. They're getting a little too rowdy. Oh, he's got one. Run away. Nope, grab it. Oh, he stole it. Oh, and I got hit with a bomb. Oh, but I caught that one. Oh, I don't even know what's... I got that, though. Good enough. Jeez. Kind of a shit show for a second there. So we're going to go to the prison compound. And back here, this guy, talk to him. Looks like moon, star, sun, star, star. There you go. Never would have just come across that. Now I can't get that jigsaw piece yet. Technically, it's not even this side of the world. It's the second level's jiggy technically. But I opened it up. That's half the job. View totals, just like normal. Check everything. It all looks good. So we are good with World 1. So we can get out of here. And since we have a handful more jiggies, let's open up World 2 and 3. And then we'll probably call it good for Part 1. But you want to come back up here. Back to this screen, and we'll do this again. Drink for every buzz. We are good. You definitely gotta pay attention to the picture on this, what's showing, and then kind of where the puzzle pieces are. Mainly for the center ones. The edge ones aren't too bad. But the center pieces, when the screen is moving so fast on the puzzle, you definitely mess up where to go, which will happen. Like I said, I definitely will drink more later on those, but as you're putting in pieces, look at the other pieces and just kind of look ahead, you know, see your next move. I think I have enough jiggies to open up World 3 as well, which I'm going to need to. Now, I couldn't tell you if these pieces are technically the same ones that get pulled out each time, or if it's just a random, like, 8 you know, it's always 8 or 10 pieces, but it's random on which ones get pulled out, or if it's always the same side pieces. Like that right there. That was a lucky guess. It could have been top or bottom on that side. I don't fucking know. And it's whatever area lights up. You know, you can see the light underneath it. But yeah, I never really noticed whether or not it's the same pieces I get pulled out or just the same number. But he's in open world 3. I don't think I have enough pieces for world 4. But after 3 opens up, we'll probably save and quit there, and then we'll pick it up. Back in the wooded hollow, but we will stop it here and we'll pick it back up in part 2, Banjo-Tooie. Thanks for watching.